Today we're breaking down Ozzie Albies and specifically how he wears his baseball glove and how he breaks it in. I'm pretty excited about this because his glove is a little bit more unique than the average second baseman. Everybody thinks the second baseman is supposed to be short, have a small glove, and have lightning quick transfers. He is short, but his glove doesn't fit those same specs. Sorry for kind of calling you out for being short. He's like 5'8". It's close to average. Anyway, naturally we have his game model today. This is the OA1 GM. Ozzie Albies game model. This thing has a little bit of like a Japanese sprinkle to it. Pretty excited about this thing. I personally like it a lot. So before diving into Ozzie, we need to actually go do the heat test to see how this pattern actually performs. Today's heat test should be pretty dang fast. We have our 1786, one of our favorite middle infield models, and then the OA1. I just gonna be honest, I think I really like this thing just from breaking it in. It has a thicker, or not thicker, but wider heel. Anyway, let's play catch, figure out if we actually like it. I have high hopes. Let's be clear, I broke in this Albies model traditional. I broke this into in the pinky originally, but I can definitely go back and forth a little bit here. I have a feeling this is gonna have a way smaller pocket. Traditional 1786, let's get going. Not seeing the ball well at all. All right, my eyes are really not fully awake, but Ozzie Albies model, every time I say his name, it just sounds wrong. That one hurt. Oh. I'm like constantly scared. Okay, just a quick thing I will say. Way smaller pocket, not necessarily like super bad with stingers or anything, just a smaller pocket here. This one, if you know you want to go traditional, I'm already going to tell you that you should probably lean towards this, the 1716, over the 1786. That's pretty early on. All we've done is really played catch with it, but I'm a really big fan, super comfortable while I am catching, even when I'm a chicken and I, for some reason, just I can't keep my eyes focused today. Yeah, I literally can't see the ball. For being honest, the shape on our 1716 or the OA1 looks a lot better. With that being said, Wilson does a really good job at making colorful gloves. You know, Rawlings got that really traditional look. Wilson's, the customs just always look so good. Now, we're gonna go two in the pinky with both and see if there's any different opinions. Holy night, two in the pinky, this thing is like prime thumb to pinky close. 1786, this is gonna close between the like ring and the pinky there. And then this bad boy, when we close, just look at that. Oh my gosh, I do not have to try to do that. That's beautiful. A lot of you guys are obsessed with that too. People are always asking, I want thumb to pinky, thumb to pinky, thumb to pinky. Get this, we're gonna start off 1786. Two in the pinky. I will say, I do like the 1786 quite a lot, two in the pinky. Kind of has like a very good blend of I feel for the ball, but it's also nice and deep. That was a good pop. Yeah, I mean, solid, trusty. This glove's definitely like, you said it too, right? It's just really comfortable because they're both A2Ks. I wonder why it feels so much more comfortable. Noticeably less feel. Like the ball has too much room. I'd argue it's too much. Holy night, that was low. Like I've had a couple of balls that like I catch and they like shake still while in the glove. Okay, here's what I'm gonna say. I know a lot of you guys out there are gonna like this, but me personally, this is like too much wiggle room. You guys who want that thumb to pinky with that like ultra deep pocket, maybe at third base or something like that. I personally don't want it. I wanna have more feel for the ball, but I think it's still playable. Take like the Pro 31 from Rawlings, for example. I don't think that's playable. It is so deep and so obnoxiously big when you go two in the pinky. I recommend that nobody do that. This one, I see you could get away with it. I'd probably tell the average person not to go two in the pinky. And with that being said, this thing kind of dominated traditional. Okay, so I'm actually gonna show, oh, that looked terrible for that. It looks kind of normal now. So let me show you. Today we have another 44. We're gonna be cleaning this thing up. It has mildew on it. I'm actually gonna be seeing how well we can clean it without unlacing it and if it's like really effective or if we decide maybe we just kind of have to unlace it for it to be a true cleaning. As you guys see here though, we have blonde, pink, and sky blue. I mean, it looks decent. Extraordinarily thin heel here. Very thin palm. This thing is like floppy as can be. Not a very high quality 44. I've definitely felt better. Like we've said in the past, these things are crazy inconsistent. Let me give you a quick before shot. All right, you guys, so this 44 has mildew on it. It got rained on and then either like left outside, left in the bag, something, but it is pretty dang gross. Anyway, we need to clean this thing up. Let's go. Who is this? Oh, it's Crease. See that right there? That's what we've got to get rid of. This is so interesting. I have a feeling that we're not going to be able to clean off any of that mildew. I just think it's going to be kind of stuck permanently. Or we're going to have to use something else to clean it. It's actually almost making it stick out more because the rest of the leather is getting brighter and cleaner because it's effectively cleaning it, but it's not getting rid of these darker mold spots. I'm going to clean the entire thing now. I'm not sure what the end result's going to be, but I'll keep you updated. We actually do have our 44. Problem is, the glove is actually brighter now, but the mildew is still dark, so it actually sticks out even more. That one we'll get back to possibly next video. Okay, yeah, what we need to actually do is break down how he actually breaks it in. It's like the meat of today's video. To start off, you guys, he does flare the glove. It's more of that traditional flare, where the end of the thumb and end of the pinky are what curl out, but then he actually rolls the fingers of the glove quite a bit. It's interesting because this pattern has pretty flat fingers to start off, so he clearly is pushing in on them to give them that like rolled effect. In the end, becomes a little bit of a bowl. You know, based on this photo here, you can actually tell that the fingers are pretty spread apart. My advice, don't loosen the laces, instead just pull on the fingers. If you were to loosen this up, it would be way too extreme, way too big of a gap. If you pull on them, it'd be like perfect. Also, when it comes to the web, it's not super loose, it's not super tight, it's just normal. Anyway, you guys, that's really it for how he shapes the glove. Let me show you how his hand is actually in it. He's definitely closing it with 2 hinges, and his hand sticks out quite a bit. So if I turn the glove around, you're gonna see, obviously we know he goes 2 in the pinky, and this finger does pull out. He's not putting the finger up here, it's across kind of where the index finger comes down, or even using this as like a little finger pad kind of feels nice. That's what I find myself doing. I just know a ton of you guys have asked like, what's the best thumb to pinky break in? This is one of the best I've ever seen for infielders specifically. This has this slight like Japanese style where the thumb goes down just a little bit to make that thumb to pinky so buttery smooth. In the end, you guys, this is gonna work for second base, shortstop, third base. It doesn't really matter if you want a deep glove. This is a great choice. You could also get the same exact thing and wear it traditional. It's just up to you. It is time for ground balls, and let me just show you. I want to be clear. 1786, we are going 2 in the pinky, just all fingers in. And then our OA1, we are going 2 in the pinky, finger out and across, because that's what he does. This is actually our second attempt at starting to record. I'm having a really hard time focusing on the ball. It's like I have like blurred vision. So if I just hyper focus, I should be able to just do it. I just took like 30 seconds to explain how I'm better now, and then I missed the ball. We're gonna warm up with the 1786, by the way. Once I feel warmed up and more normal, we're gonna go use the Albies. Albies. I've heard people say his name in a lot of different ways. All right, made a play on the run. We're getting there. All right, let's go. I'm pretty excited because I love the way this thing feels. Playing catch with it was great. 2 in the pinky. Super deep gloves feel just money with backhands. Feels like so confident, so easy, so comfortable. It's kind of hard to tell if the ball's in there, but it feels good. This thing definitely has a way more comfortable feel on the hand. 2 in the pinky, it feels like perfect. Feels very natural. Sorry, I know that wasn't great form for the last ground ball. The glove feels way bigger, and it really is. Wider heel, deeper glove. So, first thoughts, a lot more comfortable. Feels like I have a lot more leather just to throw at the ball. That's where it's not great though. I went for a transfer and there's just enough room in here to where my first go-to, I didn't even grab the ball, I missed. All right, so honestly, I don't even want to take any more ground balls with the 1786 because this is honestly way more enjoyable. Feels a lot more comfortable. Like I said, it just feels like there's so much more leather just to put in front of that ball. I think a lot of it is in this heel. See how wide this is versus this one here. Might be hard to tell for you guys, but it's wide. Hopefully that angle there helps a little bit. It's like one lace wider, and it makes a really big difference. Honestly, I should probably take a couple more. We know we love the 1786, so we want to give it another shot because it's kind of a big deal for the Albies model to just like beat it out. Oh, that was sky high. You guys, it definitely feels weird because we've talked so well about this in the past, but I think this might be superior, especially if you want a bigger pocket. If this feels like it just wasn't a big enough of a pocket, especially if you want to go traditional. This is a little bit deep for my liking, 2 in the pinky, but like feels money traditional. Speaking of which, these next few are trad. That is a snow cone. Oh, that was major doinkage. That was that small difference of going 2 in the pinky to traditional. Hit like perfect and just shot straight out. That went perfectly into that glove. All right, I got a serious right now. Come on. Oh, come on. I probably have the worst footwork. Sometimes I'm just the best. I don't know. That's all I can say. Dude, sometimes it's so hard to like be serious. Tim Anderson just died. White Sox asked me to play. They just pulled me up straight from no way to MLB. Who is this guy? It's me. Let's go, dude. Trying to have fun out here, all right? Imagine, off the wall, back to White Sox mode. No, no, no! How did I make the transfer? Nobody knows. That's just a hit, coach. I can't do nothing about that. I just got sent down. I'm in AAA now. Frick. Yeah, they saw that. They just brought me back up. That was not a forced dive. We'll edit that one out. Enough goofs. I'm gonna take like 3 more serious, because I'm a really big fan of this pattern. I'm exhausted, I'll be honest. Yeah, so 2 in the pinky, I'm not having any of that like doinkage problem, so that's a bonus. Whew. All right, like I said, pretty money 2 in the pinky. Definitely super deep. For me personally, I know, probably a little bit too deep. Do you think the Sox will watch this video? They'll probably want me. I think the only negative thing I have about this glove is just that it's pretty dang deep. Sometimes the ball shakes around a little bit. I don't love that. And if you're thinking the same thing, I would suggest just looking into the Manny Machado break-in. He has a Rawlings, an NP pattern, wears it 2 in the pinky, finger across, but way, way, way more shallow. I'm a fan of it. You're probably a little bit who. I don't know what I just said, and you don't either.